Welcome back, dear students. Welcome back to my class. Today I will stay with the students of class 7 and 8. Dear students, I am Bikash Mondol, assistant teacher of English, Paschim Baza High School, Dakop, Khulna. Dear students, today I have appeared before you with English second paper. I will discuss about changing sentences by changing degree of adjective. Dear students, there are three kinds of degree of adjective: positive, comparative and superlative. And there are two ways to make a comparative and a superlative word from a positive word. First is, if the positive word is one syllable, we have to add er or ier to make a comparative word, and we have to add est or ist to make a superlative word. But if the positive word is more than one syllable, we have to add more before the positive word to make a superlative, to make a comparative word, and we have to add most before that positive word to make a superlative word. For example, dear students, look at the word positive, comparative, superlative. If the positive word is one syllable, that is tall, we have to use er to make a comparative, that is taller, and we have to use est to make a superlative, that is tallest. But if the positive word is more than one syllable, useful, there are two syllables here, we have to add more, and the positive word useful, that is more useful, and to make superlative we have to add most before that positive word, that is most useful. Okay, dear students, I hope all of you must understand it. Dear students, look at the board. There is a shortcut table here: positive, comparative and superlative. And if the positive sentence begins with no other, to make or to transfer in comparative we have to use then any other or then all other, and in superlative we have to use the plus superlative form of that positive degree. And next, if the positive word begins with very few, in comparative we have to use then most other or then few other, and in superlative we have to use one of the plus superlative form of that positive word. And number 3, if the positive sentence have only as dot dot as or so dot dot as, we have to make comparative using only then, and in superlative that is nil. Okay, dear students, now we will clear it through examples. Positive, no other, metal is as useful as iron. This is a positive sentence that is begins with no other. If we make it comparative, at first we have to write the subject of this sentence iron, then verb is, positive comparative form of this positive word, more useful than any other, than any other, and at last after no other, before the verb part, metal. Okay, dear students, the comparative form of this positive sentence is iron is more useful than any other metal. And in superlative, at first the subject iron, verb is. The plus superlative form. The plus superlative form of this positive word, most useful. Iron is the most useful, and after no other before the verb metal. Iron is the most useful metal. Okay, dear students, I hope all of you must understand this. Next, if the positive sentence begins with very few writers are as popular as Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, dear students, that is a positive sentence and that begins with very few. In comparative, at first we have to write the subject Rabindranath Tagore. The singular form of this verb is. Rabindranath Tagore is. Rabindranath Tagore is comparative form of this positive word, more popular. Rabindranath Tagore is more popular than most other. And at last, after very few before the verb portion, writers. Rabindranath Tagore is more popular than most other writers. And in superlative, Rabindranath Tagore, singular form of verb are is one of the. Rabindranath Tagore is one of the superlative form of this positive word, most popular. And at last, after very few, before the verb, writers. Rabindranath Tagore is one of the most popular writers. Dear students, I hope all of you also understand this example. At last, if the positive sentence begins with only as as or so as, Khulna is as big as Jashore. This positive sentence have only as as. If we make it comparative, we have to use last subject Jashore, then verb is, and we have to use here not. Jashore is not. Comparative form of this positive word, bigger. Jashore is not bigger. Use only than, and the first subject Khulna. And its positive sentence nil. Okay, dear students, I hope all of you understand about this matter, how we make positive sentences into comparative and superlative sentence. Okay, dear students, no more today. But before closing the class, I want to give you some home task. You must write at your khata. No other city is as big as Dhaka. Make it comparative and superlative. Okay. Number 2. Very few animals are so ferocious as tiger. Make it also comparative and superlative. Number 3. He is as wise as his brother. Make it comparative. Number 4. No other country is as beautiful as Bangladesh. Make it comparative and superlative. Okay, dear students, I hope all of you must exercise today's lesson at your home. No more today, dear students. See you again. Keep yourself and your family. Keep healthy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome.